Hello there, everybody. Welcome along to Talking Con, a cup of tea with Englishman in San Diego, a brief special guest update. I know that I have been stating on social media that we were going to be having a live stream today. This was going to be replacing yesterday's, which I couldn't do because of a new job which I've just taken on, which basically meant that my timetable and my schedule has been completely thrown for a loop. I'm also not entirely with it. My head's not entirely in the game, which means while I have been putting social media updates out, I haven't been able to, I didn't get in contact with certainly our guest with the login details in time for him to put it into his calendar. We were going to be speaking to George C. Romero today. I've got some bits and pieces of, I might as well show them because I've got the artwork prepped, because what we're going to be talking about is some new books that George is involved in, which are particularly impressive. So we might as well show you some bits and pieces of them, so you at least then get a sense of what we're going to be talking about, and also what you can go and check out as well. These are projects which he has been spending a lot of time on, and quite frankly, I'm excited to talk to him about it. Obviously, he has a surname which inspires a rich legacy, but he's definitely a creator on his own 2 feet. He is somebody that knows how to tell a story. George C. Romero is working on 2 stories put together underneath the heavy metal banner for Heavy Metal magazine. One is a direct heavy metal character, and one is a script which he had to hand, which I believe he was wanting to make either as a TV series or as a film. He was basically pitching the script about, and he had a concept poster which Matt Medney of Heavy Metal magazine spotted and talked to him about and said, do you want to publish it, and do you want to produce it under Heavy Metal magazine? Which is exactly what they've done. The story is The Rise. It is not a prequel. It's more of a prologue, a zombie story which exists in the same world as that of his father's Night of the Living Dead. There's not a great deal of art available for it yet. It's very much in the production stage, but definitely wanted to talk to George about that. But because of the way that it's all been scheduled, we are going to reschedule that conversation. It's just going to happen a little bit further down the line. So watch this space. We will have that conversation with George C. Romero on the way. The other book that he's getting involved in is a classic. If you saw the 1981 animated film, there was a section in there involving zombies again. So definitely something which no doubt caught George's eye. Cold Dead War. Amazing artwork which has already been prepped for this, and it looks nicely noirish and very gothic in its intent, but we've yet to find out exactly what more about it. So that's why I wanted to talk to him about this particular story, where the crew of a B-12 bomber have to deal with one of their own in terms of a bit of conflict there. It looked like a really fun project, and yeah, I was up for talking to George about it. But there we go. Unfortunately, then it has gone a little bit awry. Our wires have not connected, and we haven't been able to bring you the show for today. That was entirely down to me, and unfortunately, it is down to this new job that I've gotten. It is very physically draining. It's a lot of hours, but it's something that I have to take on because I need to survive. I need to do the job. So it's just now trying to find a balance so I can still keep doing Talking Con, which for me is an absolute highlight of my week. But it's just a case of where I can actually, it's sort of like fit it in and get it into the balance of the whole thing. However, that being said, we are going to be speaking to someone this Sunday. We're going to get the login details to her very shortly indeed, and we'll make sure that Amanda Dybert is going to be talking. Now, it says there, obviously, episode 21. If George was going to be 20, then that's going to have to change. So I'll sort the graphics out. But Amanda Dybert is going to be our episode 20 this Sunday. Somebody who's got so much stuff on her plate. She's been incredibly prolific in various media, and I'm looking forward to talking to her, especially about her engagement with her fans, about what she has been occupying her time with in 2020. I'm really looking forward to talking to her. So there we go. I mean, we do have some other guests as well. We do have Bob Fingerman and Matt Medney from Heavy Metal Magazine. They're going to be joining us on Sunday the 15th. And then Amanda Dybert's going to be joining us. Mark Serby is also going to be joining us this Sunday because he's wanting to talk about Godfather Part 3, the new edit of the classic, the third chapter of the classic trilogy. I wouldn't exactly put number 3 up there, but we're going to talk about how that changes and how the re-editing of films to suit a market. And yes, we will be talking about Zack Snyder on the episode. That's we're going to be talking about on Sunday, the 6th of December. Please do join us for that. That's this week, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. GMT. There is actually an incidental episode in the middle of those two. On Saturday, the 12th of December, going to be talking to Stephanie Phillips. She's a comics writer of prose, very talented creator. And there's a book that she has been involved in, which is currently being published by White Noise. By Aftershock Comics. Where did White Noise come from? I've got that in my head now. Which is Red Atlantis. I read issues 1 and 2 today, and they absolutely blew me away. Looking forward to talking to Stephanie Phillips about that particular story. There's a couple of things that kind of resonate from classic 80s chase movies, the old Terminator vibe to it, but there's a whole metaphysical element which really does elevate into something else. It looks incredible. The artwork across most of the Aftershock books are just truly off the scale. But what they're doing with Red Atlantic is very impressive, especially when it also puts it into a global invasion kind of background. Very interesting story indeed. That's going to be on Saturday, the 12th of December. It's going to be an incidental episode on one of my days off. We're going to be talking about, or talking to Stephanie Phillips about Red Atlantic. And that's us. So if you were expecting an episode yesterday, my apologies. If you knew that we were postponing and were expecting an episode today with George C. Romero, unfortunately, entirely down to me, entirely my fault. It's something that hasn't connected. We are going to try and reconnect with George and get it organized so we can talk to him about these two amazing projects which he's doing with heavy metal. But for tonight, I'm afraid it's a non-starter. Thank you very much indeed for all your support. Bear with me while I get my head around this new normal. Considering that it's my first job, as in first proper job in something like over 20 years, I fully expect to get fired within the next couple of weeks. So fully expect Talking Con to be back to full strength in a couple of weeks' time, as I really struggle to get my head around what's going on. Do I feel tired? Yes. Am I aching all over? You better believe it. But I am going to do my best to do the new job and Talking Con, bring that to you. I will, however, point you in the direction of something that's happening tonight. I would heartily recommend you going onto Facebook, and those aren't words you would hear me use lightly, so you know I'm being serious, and search for Icicles. ICEISCLES, Icicles. If you search for the ICE International Comic Art Festival, you'll find that they are doing regular interviews with some amazing comic creators. And they are running something this evening, which should be well worth checking out. go to Facebook, search for Icicles, and you'll find the details about the live stream. I believe it kicks off in about 2 hours' time, about 8 o'clock this evening. Highly recommend it. Tim Pilcher is going to be hosting with a really interesting special guest. So that's me pimping another podcast. Do go check out Icicles on Facebook Live. That's happening tonight. Heaven knows I'll be tuning in, so you can find me in the comments at that point throughout the course of that particular stream. Right. Thank you. Take care. Look after yourselves. I will be back on Sunday. Amanda Dybert and Mark Serby, and we will do our best to reschedule the episode with George C. Romero as soon as we possibly can. We will organize our calendars and try and make it happen. Speak to you soon. Take care.